So guys, the DR.
Before I went to the DR, I knew I was gonna serve. Like, that was my passion, but I know I was called to serve the Lord, so I was super excited about that. I knew they didn't have as much as I had. I knew that, I was gonna brush my teeth with the bottled water and not use the tap water. But when I got there and I saw their condition and saw how blessed I was and the blessings that the Lord has given me and given us here in the United States, I had just compassion for them to see that they had such little, yet they wanted to give so much of their lives. They were so happy to see us. They wanted to talk to us. They wanted to play games with us. And the fact that they had so little, yet they were able to give almost everything to us, just as love or just as compassion, just like really hit me hard.
I have seen God move the past 2 years that I've gone, and I didn't think this year would be any different, but this trip made me realize that God has the power to move and do so much more than I thought He was capable of. He will open your eyes to what you have to see and how much He can change lives and change your life is different than anything I've ever seen before.
Esther 4:14 is perhaps you were born for such a time as this, and I felt that a lot because one of my friends knew that I knew Spanish, at least a little bit, and she asked me to come help her translate for this girl that she was trying to talk to. And I got to translate for her with no other translators around, it was just me. And that was nice because she knew that I spoke Spanish and she needed someone to help her talk to this girl, and she came to me.
I just saw how everyone had such faith in him, and that made me really happy because even when they all had nothing, or not nothing, but little, they still put their faith in God and their trust in him. And it was really heartwarming to see just all these people who have this exorbitant amount of faith, and the only thing you can give them is God, and it's a good thing that's all they need.
I saw God move a lot in myself with just His power and the power of prayer, because before the trip, I would never have volunteered to go up and ask someone if I could pray for them. But during the trip, and then also since I've gotten home from the trip, I've had the opportunity to do that multiple times, and I wasn't nervous at all about it. It almost felt like I was excited to do it.
And all these things, though commended through their faith, did not receive what was promised. And since God had provided something better for us, that apart from us, they should not be made perfect. So for me, that verse, I can really see that God has a plan, and it's not necessarily always what we think it's gonna be. Oftentimes we're wrong about what we think God's plan for our lives are. And so these people, they just put their full faith in God. I really saw that through the whole week. Just to see and watch those people tell the stories of how they have put their faith in God and He's come through every single time, just gave me so much hope that I can do the same thing. And obviously it's hard to put our full faith and trust in God because we just have problems with control. And so for me to just see that and see that they did put their faith in God and He comes through every single time was just really cool to see.
Going in to this trip, I knew I was going to be leading high schoolers, and I feel like most of us know how high schoolers are. They're fairly immature, and they like to do their jokes and say things and do things, and we can all attest that we all did that once in our lives. But seeing these high schoolers, those who have a faith when I did not have a faith, and seeing them go out in such bold ways, seeing a kid go out and pray for a blind man 3 separate times that his blindness would be healed, or seeing these kids who are shy and don't want to talk to people going out and praying for strangers or praying in big groups, it just shows what a childlike faith is supposed to be, because they didn't care who the people were or how they thought about them or this, that, and the other. All they cared about is just showing the love of Christ that they felt. And seeing these kids who I thought were going to be immature and I have to get on them, every single day, pretty much leading me in my faith and showing me that this is what it means to have faith in the Lord, just stumped me. I was in awe to see that the Lord used these high schoolers to show the love of Christ and to spread the gospel. And it was amazing to see how much the Lord will use those who are willing.